lesson for today is lesson 1.2, entitled Establishing Healthy Relationships. In our previous lesson, we talked about the nature and dynamics of social relationships. Today, we will focus on how to build and maintain healthy relationships with other people. This lesson is very important because relationships affect our personal growth, our performance in group activities, our mental health, and how we manage conflict, right? As students, learning how to build healthy relationships will help you become more respectful, responsible, and socially competent individuals. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to explain what healthy relationships are, describe how healthy relationships support personal growth and group productivity, recognize how relationships affect mental health and well being, and apply basic conflict management strategies. These objectives are important because relationships are part of everyday life. Whether you are at home, in school, with friends, or in the community, you need skills such as communication, empathy, respect, patience, and understanding. So, as we go through the lesson, try to reflect on your own relationships and how you can improve them. Let us begin with this question: what makes a relationship healthy? Some may answer trust, others may say respect, communication, honesty, or support. All of these answers are correct because healthy relationships are built through positive actions and attitudes. A healthy relationship does not mean that there will never be problems. Even healthy relationships experience misunderstandings. The difference is that people in healthy relationships know how to listen, respect boundaries, communicate properly, and solve problems peacefully. A healthy relationship is a connection built on respect, trust, honesty, communication, support, and clear boundaries. In a healthy relationship, people feel safe, valued, and understood. For example, a healthy friendship allows both people to express their thoughts without fear of being judged. A healthy family relationship allows members to talk about problems respectfully. A healthy classroom relationship allows students to work together and support one another. Healthy relationships help people grow because they create a positive environment where individuals can be themselves. There are several signs of a healthy relationship. First, there is respectful communication. People listen and speak kindly. Second, there is trust. People feel secure and do not constantly doubt one another. Third, there is fairness. No one controls or takes advantage of the other person. Fourth, there is support. People encourage each other, especially during difficult times. Lastly, healthy relationships respect boundaries. This means understanding that every person has limits, feelings, and personal space that should be respected. Healthy relationships support personal growth. When we are surrounded by people who respect and encourage us, we become more confident and responsible. For example, friends who encourage you to study, family members who guide you, and teachers who believe in your abilities can help you develop self-confidence and motivation. Healthy relationships also help us develop empathy, self-awareness, emotional maturity, and better decision making. Through our relationships, we learn how to understand others and how to improve ourselves. Healthy relationships also improve group productivity. When members of a group respect one another, the work becomes easier and more organized. In school, this is very important during group projects, reporting, research tasks, and classroom activities. A productive group listens to each member, divides tasks fairly, communicates clearly, and helps one another when problems arise. When relationships within a group are healthy, members are more willing to cooperate. This leads to better teamwork, better output, and less conflict. Let us look at a classroom example. A group of students is assigned to create a presentation. Instead of letting only one person do all the work, they divide the task fairly. One member researches, another prepares the slides, another practices the report, and another checks the final output. They listen to each other's ideas and give feedback respectfully. Because they practice cooperation, communication, and fairness, they finish the presentation on time. This shows how healthy relationships can improve group productivity. Healthy relationships have a strong connection to mental health and well-being. When people feel supported, accepted, and understood, they are more likely to feel emotionally stable. For students, this is very important because school can sometimes be stressful. Academic pressure, family expectations, friendship issues, and personal problems can affect mental health. Having healthy relationships can reduce stress, provide emotional support, create a sense of belonging, and help people cope with challenges. Sometimes simply knowing that someone is willing to listen can already make a big difference. Let us take Maria as an example. Maria feels overwhelmed because of schoolwork, deadlines, and family responsibilities. She starts feeling tired and anxious. Instead of ignoring her, her friends notice that something is wrong. They listen to her, encourage her to rest, help her organize her tasks, and remind her that asking for help is okay. Because of this support, Maria feels less alone. This scenario shows that healthy relationships can help protect our mental health and improve our well-being. Conflict management is the ability to handle disagreements in a respectful and peaceful way. Remember, conflict is normal. Even close friends, classmates, and family members can disagree. The first step is to stay calm. Next, listen actively and try to understand the other person's point of view. Then express your feelings respectfully without blaming or insulting. After that, both sides should look for a fair solution. When possible, forgiveness and understanding should follow. Conflict management helps prevent small misunderstandings from becoming bigger problems. Here's another classroom situation. Two classmates disagree about their group project. One wants to use a simple design while the other wants a more creative layout. At first, they become frustrated, but instead of arguing, they decide to talk calmly. They explain their ideas, listen to each other, and agree to combine both suggestions. In the end, they create a simple but creative output. This shows that conflict can be resolved when people communicate respectfully and are willing to compromise. To summarize, healthy relationships require respect, trust, communication, empathy, boundaries, and effort. They help us grow as individuals, become more productive in groups, maintain better mental health, and manage conflicts peacefully. Healthy relationships are not built instantly. They are developed through consistent actions such as listening, understanding, respecting differences, and supporting others. As a student, always remember that the way you treat others affects not only your relationships, but also your character. Healthy relationships help us grow stronger together.